Hello and welcome back to This Week in New Genre Books. We have a short list of wintry reads right before the holidays. My name is Amelia, and from Locus Magazine, we're going to tell you all about the new science fiction, fantasy, and horror and related books being published the week of December 17th, 2024. Happy holidays to everyone who celebrates, and if you don't already have one, a library card is the gift to yourself that keeps on giving. First up, science fiction, we have 3 titles. From Veronica G. Henry, we have A Breathless Sky, out from 47 North in trade paperback, ebook, and audio. This is a science fiction novel second in the Scorched Earth series. A tour guide for the Sequoia National Park, Sarah has an affinity for the millennia-old giants that extends to Ryza, a subterranean world as ancient as Earth itself. Her duty is to maintain balance between nature and humans, but her brother is on the side of the trees and wants humankind to get what it deserves for harming them. From Brad C. Anderson, we have Ashme Song Out from Shadowpaw Press in trade paperback and ebook. This is a science fiction novel. Ashme, a genetically enhanced new Mesopotamian, has the ability to control computer systems at will. She's destined to help her oppressed people, but she's stuck caring for her neurologically frail twin brother. The choices we have to make. By the way, we are doing an end-of-year campaign to keep the lights on at locusmag.com/donate2024. Please check it out. We are a nonprofit, and the moral power that comes from nonprofits is directly related to the humility we have when we put our hand out and ask you to support us. Or maybe the moral power of a nonprofit is directly related to how annoying it is to be asked for money. I'm not sure. It's one or the other. Tell me in the comments below what you think. We know we couldn't do it without your support. From Aaron K. Wagner, we have Mechanize My Hands to War, out from Daw in hardcover and ebook. This is a near-future science fiction novel of the AI revolution in Appalachia. An anti-android demagogue starts raising an army of children. GMO crop seeds fail, and tensions rise. Then, an android with seemingly no issues shoots and kills a child. Next up, fantasy, we have 3 titles. From Danielle Paige, we have Spell of the Sinister, out from Bloomsbury, USA in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a young adult dark fantasy novel, the second book in the Fairy Godmother novels series. With Cinderella gone, the queendoms have been in disarray. The 2 fairy godmothers find themselves on opposite sides, as one seeks peace and one wants power. From Emily Roth, we have North is the Night, out from Erewhon in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a dark fantasy novel, the first in the Tuonela duet, inspired by Finnish folklore. In the Finnish wilderlands, summer's light is fading and change is coming. And if you live in the land where it's dark for 3 months out of the year and light for 3 months out of the year, please tell me how you manage that in the comments. Anyway, land-hungry Swedes venture north, threatening the peace. A zealous Christian priest denounces the old ways, and young women have begun to disappear. From M. Turville Heitz, we have Black River, out from Mystique Press in trade paperback and ebook. This is a fantasy novel. Kyle Nelson, sent to Earth as an infant and raised in Wisconsin, discovers he's from another world. He's the last of a ruling caste with a power to travel magically between worlds, and his return reignites an ancient war. Next up in our nonfiction/art/collections category, we have 1 title. From Ramin Zahed, we have The Art and Making of Spellbound, out from Titan Books in hardcover and ebook. This is an art book, the official companion guide to the upcoming animated film. Includes concept art, sketches, and 3D models. And in our occasional In Case You Missed It feature, I'm going back to October of this year to cover the Best American Science Fiction and Fantasy 2024, edited by Hugh Howey and John Joseph Adams, out from Mariner in trade paperback. From the review in Locus by my dear friend Gary K. Wolfe. There are a lot of different ways of assembling an anthology, but none seems quite so programmatic as John Joseph Adams' The Best American Science Fiction and Fantasy series, now in its 10th year. Adams describes his methodology with admirable clarity. As series editor, he compiles a list of 80 stories, half fantasy and half SF, then strips all identifiers from the list, author's name, publication venue, and sends it to the year's guest editor, in this case Hugh Howey, who in turn selects 20 stories, again half and half, to make up the contents of the final volume. It's not clear who sequences the stories, but it seems as though the plan is simply to alternate SF and fantasy. Of course, that fence between genres can sometimes get a bit tattered. One of the best stories in this year's volume, P.A. Cornell's haunting time-slip romance, Once Upon a Time at the Oakmont, falls clearly in the tradition of Jack Finney, Richard Matheson, and Robert Nathan in describing a Manhattan apartment building in which the rooms are occupied by people from different eras, but presumably a passing reference to a time vortex qualifies it as SF, along with a rather contorted set of time travel rules that, as with all time slip tales, exist mostly to make the plot work. Another story, A.R. Capetta's Resurrection Highway, is a brisk, post-apocalyptic road trip tale involving zombie cars, mages, and automancers, but is set in a future US devastated by climate change. This one is fantasy, but that setting borrows a lot from SF. Debating genre boundaries, of course, is something best left to endless con panels and wonky academics. And the only real question is whether Adams's process results in a bunch of good, readable stories. It does. As Adams points out, several of the stories have already appeared on awards ballots, and in fact 3 of the best are up for World Fantasy Awards, which will be announced before you read this. The Cornell story, Amal El Motar's evocative folk fantasy John Hollowback and the Witch, and P. Jelly Clark's alt-Victorian tale, How to Raise a Kraken in Your Bathtub, which playfully manages to combine bits of cryptozoology, a version of Captain Nemo, and a city-stomping sort of steampunk-era kaiju. That wraps up this week. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and visit us on the socials at Locus Mag or at Locus Magazine. We want to tell you everything about the science fiction, fantasy, and horror publishing scene so that you're not missing out on anything. If we can just control this one aspect of life, then everything else will feel more reasonable. Locus is a 501c3 nonprofit. Thank you for spending some of your precious time with us. We'll see you next week with more new books.